I don't have to do the talking in this one. This one is about Khoi Dinh, who's a good friend of mine. Khoi was one of the original Lexi team back in the day, so he's taught me a lot, and he was there supporting me when I got my second place at the calling. So I'm chuffed to be able to celebrate his second place, bittersweet as that is, at the calling in Queenstown.
One of the theories of football is if you have a winning team, you don't change it, right?
Right, looking good. Adrenaline rush. Oh, wow. And a double win on the trounce.
Is supremely average. She's about excess. She's eaten all the cakes. Yeah, I'm like on fire, right? I'm just thinking I'm playing the best fishing role of my life. And like when you're looking for a card to win the pod, this is definitely one of them. Okay. Oh, tofu even. Okay.
Yeah, there's tofu,
Yeah,
there's some
yeah.
mushies. So for everyone who doesn't know, this is Khoi Dinh, who's the calling finalist at Calling Queenstown. I don't know how it must feel to be a finalist at this kind of event. What are your like initial emotions off the bat?
I feel great. Like I played as well as I could, and I achieved something I always want to achieve, which is like top 8ing like a major calling. I've been to, this is the 7th one that I've been to, and you know, I don't know if it was ever going to happen for me, but yeah, it did. And in Queenstown, which is a place which means a lot to me, and yeah, I'm just gutted I didn't walk home with a trophy, bro. I'm happy I joined a club of people who've come second at a calling, so cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah, who needs trophies?
Let's do the mushies on first. Let's do the mushies on.
How was your weekend, by the way?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
crazy fun. The format is just so excellent. I almost didn't go to this calling because I wasn't so keen on sealed as a format. I'm kind of the CC guy, you know, one trick on Lexi, and now I don't know one trick on that. I know. So I was like, I don't know if this is my format. I'm not sure I should go. And I'm so glad I did. It was just a ball. Queenstown is beautiful. Tons of international people were there, thanks to the celebrational. So it was an absolute riot. Like, a lot of people said it was their favourite fab event to date. Sweet. Let's get the tofu and then we can keep talking.
Yeah, so for my journey was pretty interesting. I live in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Yeah.
I was working at the start of the week, and then hopped on a plane Thursday morning or something like that. From getting on the plane to getting off the plane in Queenstown was 24 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah. It wasn't great, but you know, you got to do it. Played the world premiere. I actually went 1 and 3, eh?
True, that
1
was
and 3 in the
sealed
world
as well, right?
Yeah, that was 1 and 3 in sealed.
Yeah.
I picked Betsy. I went 1 and 1, and then I changed to Kasai.
Yeah.
Because I think Kasai was the best deck. I thought so at that time, and then I lost both my games. So yeah. So we 1 and 3 in the world premiere. There was a second round of sealed. I went 2 and 2 on Betsy again, changing to Kasai to have a look.
Okay. Yeah. Not because it wasn't working, just to get some experience on the deck.
You want to get some experience, yeah. KO I never tried like during the event because I think KO was straightforward enough. Like the lines for me were easy to see, and KO, you know, it's a brute. It will just present damage. It'll just present numbers, and then obviously you want to, when you open your sealed packs, you want to be available. You want to be available to do all the possible decks.
Sure.
I don't know if that was the case for me, but I was ready to go Betsy.
True.
And
so you rated Betsy as a sealed pick, even knowing that it was probably going to be a Kasai KO meta.
Because like me and you, we're people of the underground, bro. We
Use that shock factor. We'll get him by surprise.
It's not even a shock factor. I just don't want to, hopefully one day I win one of these things. I don't want to be doing all the tier 1 deck, bro.
True. Even in sealed.
Even in sealed.
Even at a calling.
Yeah.
You're nutter. I think everything's kind of cooked, man. So, main event, you show up and you open your packs and you're ready for anything.
Yeah.
You're ready to play anything, and you chose to play Betsy. Now, the data from the event shows that Betsy did not convert the bet.
We're talking an underground hero, but also like when I opened my pool, I had 9 warrior cards, like class cards.
Yep.
Only one of them was red, and then I opened brute cards. I think I had 12, and I think like 3 of them reds. Some of them are yellow, so I'm thinking Kayla's like open.
Yep.
But I have like 16 to 18 guardian class cards. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play guardian. A lot of them block too, but that's okay because we make it work, right? So then I open my pool. I'm obviously thinking like, I'm not gonna top 8 this thing. I'm rare drafting. What have I got? And not rare drafting, but I'm thinking what value I'm getting, right? And I'm just like, I've got 1 M, and it's a block card. So I'm like, okay, that's not great either. But anyway, I just registered my deck. I picked Betsy. I think it's okay. I think one of the things I did have was I had a good number of wager cards. Like with Betsy, you need to wager because you need to do her hero power. Like it sounds really bad to do her hero power
I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're paying 2 for 1 value, and that's negative.
That's below rate.
Yeah, you do a bit of negative stuff and you lose. So yeah. So anyway, so I register my pool. The guy to my left registers my pool, which is Mo Nicholson from Christchurch.
Yeah.
He talks to me when we're registering, and he's like, "Yeah, mate, this is not a top 8 pool," and I'm like, "It's all good."
So Betsy's hero power like you mentioned, it's a little bit below rate.
It's quite a lot below rate.
Yeah, it's quite a lot below rate.
Yeah.
How much a part of your game plan is that?
Yeah.
Is that how you're winning games? I just look at your deck, and we'll thumb through the deck in a second, but it doesn't look like a winning 30 off the bat. So is it Betsy that's making that happen?
I will have to say, like, Betsy's hero power is absolutely critical.
Okay.
It's actually laughable how bad your deck is without Betsy's hero power. It's one of these things that on the surface looks not great, but when you do it, you're like, okay, I get it. Because, take for example, Wage Might, right? It's a 7 on hit Might, so a 7 on hit 8, right? With Betsy, you can guarantee the 8. Not guaranteed, but you're getting pretty close to it. Mm-hmm. And then you're paying 2 for 2 then, because you get 1 with Betsy and you're getting your Might back.
Yeah.
And the great thing that the designers have done in this set is this is not bright lights. This is not a +1 is just +1. This is a +1 with synergy, because when you get a Might token, that's a +1. But that also means when you block with your shoes, you're getting an extra 1.
Depends on stuff like concuff.
Yes, exactly.
Respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, command respect, exactly.
So if you're given a situation where you can choose to block an extra 3, and that gives up your yellow that you would be using to activate Betsy, are you happy to take 3 damage from not blocking with that card, so you get the overpower?
100%.
True.
I am. So Betsy is classic Guardian gameplay. It is, I do absolutely nothing, and suddenly I come in massive number, overpower, on hit, XYZ. You need to protect your life, and then you need to just wager for as much as you can, and you need to get the on hits going.
Okay, well let's look at the deck now.
Okay.
See what we're working with. I mean, off the bat, you've told me these are in the maybe board. 2 copies of Red Adrenaline Rush, which is normally a pretty premium card.
It is, yeah.
Why is that in the maybe board?
It's in the maybe board because it doesn't do anything for me. Like I'm very happy that other people like 2 for 7.
Yeah.
Value.
It seems good.
It seems good value. I don't like value, bro. I like synergy. So like this is 0 synergy. I mean, the best possible line is I get some kind of janky like money where your mouth's at, 1 cost, picture blue, do adrenaline rush for 10.
That sounds ridiculous.
That sounds great. I'm not into that. So yeah.
In seriousness though, these weren't in many of your matches. Did you bring them in any of your matches? No,
so actually I played a clean 30, as we'll see. I know these cards are good, so I had them here. I never ever played them. I mean, because the thing is I registered 30 in my first game, and then, one of the theories of football is if you have a winning team, you don't change it, bro.
Okay.
And these weren't in the winning team, so
Okay, so
substitute bench forever.
As well with the blue. So I noticed in your deck you're pretty light for a Guardian on blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11.
11, yeah.
11 blues. You didn't find you're crushed on resources sometimes?
Okay, to be honest with you, maybe some people play 12. I see there's a possibility for that. I play 11 because you play to win, right? Like, and the thing is, you're gonna need to draw hands which have red cards in them. The more blues you play, the less reds you have. My first thought was, I need to cut a red for Adrenaline Rush, and I was like, nah, Adrenaline Rush does nothing for what I want to achieve with this deck, and it blocks 2. I'm not very happy resolving it because 2 for 5, like when it gets its buff, you know, you feel good. But 2 for 5, like a Guardian card is 2 for 5, like a Guardian blue is 2 for 5. So like, yeah. 11 is about right. I think the way that we did the sealed decks, talking about them the day before and stuff, I said I'm going to play a third blue card. So I already played one more than I wanted to. You're not gonna win by playing conservatively. When you need to X and 1, X and 2, 8 round sealed format, like you play to win. Yeah.
Awesome. Speaking of playing to win and playing conservatively,
yeah,
there were a lot of people I noticed in the call in Queenstown that were running 38 to 40 cards. Was fatigue something that you were worried about? And did you play any differently when your opponent presented 40?
Okay, so this is a great question. I think it's not that we necessarily worked it out, but our game plan, like with the people that I worked with, including yourself, I said, look, we're going to play 30 because like playing 40, playing more, like okay, it protects against fatigue, but I want to be proactive in this, and you know you have to back the designers somewhat. Like we had a format in Bright Lights where fatigue. Everything worked back off of fatigue. Yeah, sure. They told us that the set wasn't going to be like that. There's a high number of 2 blocks in the set. You know, if you're blocking, you're probably losing like points of value. You know, the way that most of these cards are designed and Fishmaster cards should be designed, like you get more reward from attacking. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fatigue, to be honest. So I want to be proactive, I want to clean 30, and I want to come after you. Fatigue does come into it. The first game I played, I got paired into Sam Sutherland, you know.
He's a menace.
Have you heard of him?
Watch out for that one.
Yeah, but he presented 40, and I was like, all good, bro, I'm presenting 30. So you may as well just have presented 35. I want to do 30. I don't even want to do 31.
Oh. Our girl Betsy.
Queen Betsy.
So I'll slowly flick through your pool here.
Right off the bat, I think the equipment's sweet. I'm going to shout out one card right off the bat. I'm going to shout off Sheltered Cove. Yeah. It is insane. The reason it's insane is because Kasai is the best deck. A lot of the equity, one would say, that warriors get is the end game. It is damned if I do, damned if I don't, because they'll kill me. The greatest thing about Sheltered Cove is that you never use it. Yeah. Right, I had one in my sealed deck. I had one in the top 8 draft deck. I never used it. Because they don't use their reacts. And when you talked before about do you keep the extra yellow to be able to do Betsy power? Well, for me it would be a blue, right? Because they either react me and try to kill me, and I pitch the blue to do Sheltered Cove and they don't kill me, and I just do my natural attack for large number, hopefully. Or they don't do it, and then I Betsy and then they die. Yeah. So I drafted this incredibly high when we did the top 8 draft. As the champion that I am, I drafted it like maybe 5th pick, and in the 6th pack there was another one. But yeah, all good.
Yeah, good shout.
Sheltered Cove. Yeah.
Sheltered Cove.
There you go. Yeah. And then also, so here I also have the two Guardian creating cards. So ideally what you want to do is wait for a turn, do them both, make both the tokens, and then block 2, break combat chain, block 1. But that actually never happened to me, so that was just a dream. But, right. But I did these 2 and block 2, but no one ever was silly enough to break the combat chain so I could block with it again.
Right. Did you get one of the beverage? Did you get strong and stout?
Yes, I got one. Yeah. Yes.
So pint of strong and stout is the other way to turn these shoes on for another turn. How highly did you prioritize and make sure this was in your pitch stack as opposed to blocking with it?
The thing is, like, the way I played this Dixie deck, I never hit second cycle, bro. Oh, so yeah.
That's the kind of deck that I enjoy. Don't worry about your pitch stack.
Yeah. Just newsflash. When I played Kasai's, I did hit second cycle, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. But it's all good.
Okay, we'll run through your reds real quick. So the significant ones that I want to pull out, and you might want to pull out some different ones, but I want to chat first about these cards here. They're the bop cards. They seemed very, very strong. and
Yeah.
it felt like a critical part of their game plan.
Yeah.
Is it a critical part of your game plan? Are you ever blocking with this? Are you ever happy to, not run all of your copies of this?
Okay, so my deck construction was I had 31 cards. I had an extra big bop if I was going turn 0.
Mm-hmm.
And
there it is.
and if I had the chance to go second, I would start with Lead of the Heart. So effectively, I played 31 cards, and I was picking one of these. And if I start, I play this because it's another chance to achieve something off turn of 0.
Yeah.
And what I'm achieving is actually very big.
Oh, massive.
It's the same as the reason someone would play Nourishing in a CC deck. The chance to high roll, it's actually kind of worth it, honestly. So yeah, do this. I actually think it only happened for me in one of my sealed games, but it's all good. When I did it, I was like, yeah, justified.
Nice.
And then when I'm going second, I'm playing Lead with Heart because it's a chance for me to use all my cards.
Right.
This card's trash. And Betsy, yeah.
But it is a way that you can use all 4 cards on especially on your turn
and
1 with the full grip.
Yeah, and that is full theory, never actually happened.
Okay. Sweet.
All this was the other reason that these big bops are good is against Kasai. They're 2 block non-attacks, right?
Yeah, of course.
And there are ways to wager, which Betsy needs.
Oh, because it allows the next attack to wager.
Yeah, any attack. So sometimes you don't draw a high-powered attack. You're going to have to attack with your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can wager the weapon. So 5 plus 3, 8 overpower. It's all right. It's all right. It can close out some games. Yeah.
But you've got to hold 2 cards to be able to swing with hammer and to Betsy.
Yes. So you that's the name of the game though. Try to kill them. Yeah. Oh, so this is my 1 majestic trounce.
Oh, sure.
So it's unfortunate because
it's not great.
It is not great as your power card.
Yeah.
So we all played 8 rounds of sealed. Mm-hmm. I managed to win the double trounce once.
This is a trounce coming through. Squeaks out the first win, does Khoi. And it's a Wage Might looking good. Adrenaline rush off the top. And a double win on the trounce. Craig, this is an awesome start. Big fist bump.
And that's the only game I lost. So, yeah.
It's 3 and it's a block card.
It's a block card.
Is that good enough? They always felt useful, but you've chosen to bring in trounce instead of the 3rd copy of Big.
Trounce is always block 3. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's just the fact that it blocks 3 as well.
Yeah, I played... Sorry, I didn't say this, but you play all your block 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
That's a block 3, and that's about it, really.
Yeah.
It was not good.
And the other cards in here, so you've got a block card here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to call out? Like, it looks
the
really
number,
slim
the
on
number,
red cards.
The number of wager cards is important.
Okay.
So I have a look here. So Wage Gold, I had 2 of those. Mm-hmm. A Wage Might. So these are my only wage cards. I had 2.
How did you go 7-1 with this?
I just... Yeah, I know. Just yeah.
He's good at the game. He's just generally a very good player as well.
So I had these. You need to resolve them all. Just don't block with them, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got some wage enablers.
2. We've got 2 of these auras. Yeah. So this is the main way. Oh, I have a red money where your mouth is. Yeah. So 8 cards. I have 8 key cards that wage. Yeah, you need to be resolving 2 of these, eh? Like, otherwise you're probably not going to win the game. Yeah.
Okay, so you're like avoiding blocking with these when you can as well, just because you need to keep them around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What other cards do I want to shout out? This baby CNC, this is kind of good. If you can make a Might token and come in with that for 7 on hit, destroy Arsenal. I never resolved that, bro.
You never resolved them?
That was just a block. That was just a block 3 yellow card.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with Thunk, bro.
You reckon these are good?
Nah, they block 3. They block 3.
They block 3.
They're non-attacks for Kasai. Yeah. As I said, you play all your block 3s. Yeah.
Really, really unremarkable offensive suite here.
Very unremarkable.
You've got 4 red attacks in the deck.
Yeah.
No. Okay, sorry. We do a lay down the law. Thunk is very awkward.
Hey, don't trash talk Betsy.
Did you resolve a Thunk?
Probably not.
Probably not. Very.
I did lay down the law one time. I got a against Sam. I got a big bop or a big off, and then I played lay down the law.
Nice.
So it got an extra 1 value because of the power, because it towered.
3 for 7 is just a fine rate as well for a block 3.
Yeah.
You'll be
It doesn't
able to-
wager, so you would rather a wager card,
Yeah,
but
okay.
no, it's okay. Yeah. This is not a good sealed deck. There's going to be people with better decks than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting hearing your game plan, which is just, it sounds like you just took advantage of those turns where you were able to wager and use Betsy's ability.
Yeah, so a lot of the games, like when I finished my game, Isaac was like looking at my like life totals, and it was literally like I would just get chipped down like 17, 14, 12, 10, etc. Whereas the other guy was just like 12, 4, dead. Yeah.
Were any of the warriors in particular trying to fatigue you? And do you think that would be a strategy they could do?
Yeah. So they were definitely trying to do it. When I got to the top, my last game of the sealed day, I played James Arneson, and he was fatiguing everyone on, I don't know, like just a massive 43 card Kasai deck.
Ooh.
So I resolved all my wagers, etc. And my final turn to kill him, I had like 3 golds up. I just pitched all blues, got to my extra wager card, which is my 1 blue wager card, Wage Vigor. Came in for Wage Vigor, Betsy overpower, flush. Yeah.
Not pumped or anything.
There was a pump on it.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember what it was, but whatever it came for, that was my last wager.
Yeah.
Left in my deck, and yeah, got him flush. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive as a 30 card deck against a 43 card warrior deck. And the reason warrior is a bit easier to fatigue Betsy is because she has a lot of attack reactions, and you can block with the attack reactions when she goes to overpower.
Yeah. I had this lunging press to try and juke people. It never happened.
You can turn on concuss and stuff with that as well, right?
Yeah. It's better than this for me in Betsy, so I played it.
Oh, that's a really interesting call.
This
because
doesn't achieve anything. 2 for 5.
It'll win a clash against a neutral card. So like
Interesting.
a lot of the
bro.
time I found
that's a good point.
in heavy
Yeah.
hitters,
Lucky I didn't listen to you.
you probably would have won, bro. You probably
I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of the time you'll flip 2 no power
Yeah.
power cards, and so like even the trade in blue will win that.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why I'd kind of argue there.
Yeah.
But lunging press is very fun, and if you see someone pitch a lunging press, it's like
Track
a little
it.
bit of mental energy that you've got to deal with for the rest of the game. Are we done talking about this?
Yeah.
Is there anything
Go
else
Betsy.
you want to talk about for sealed?
Oh, this clash was okay. Clash with Vigor is okay, because making the Vigor, that 1 pitch can help you to pay your 1 cost pumps, which I had 3. Yeah, this. Command Respect is good. Like if you play against a KO, like he's not going to block, and getting this off a +1. Like if you draw this, you can probably Arsenal it, do the Might Girth combo. They come in for whatever, you block with the shoes. Next turn, like 1 card, 7 on hit CNC. So like
Pretty
that's
good.
that's a good line. Look, I never did that. That was the theory. Also, in this set, there are 2 versions of evasive attacks. So we have Intimidate, and we also have Overpower. So it's actually important, as you'll see in the draft sets, that to get what I would call like anti-evasive cards.
Sure.
So this is an anti-evasive card, because when they say you can only block with 1 card, Reinforcer allows you to do more than that. And
I don't think you have any, but there's Rally
the rear guard. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
nah, bro, I just had 1. But yeah, when I needed it, it was there for me.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
Sheltered Cove. Again, they look at it, you look at it. No one ever has to use
and
it.
then we just call it a day.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, let's eat some
That was
food.
Betsy.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
And we can talk about the draft section.
Okay.
How do we segue this elegantly?
It's your job, isn't it?
Yeah, shit. All right. 7-1 on an underwhelming Betsy deck.
Basically, I did 7-1. I'm dead after that. I don't know if I can do many more games. I was staying in a place called Tent City. It was pretty nice, but I only got half.
City. I was staying there as well.
Yeah, so I didn't get much sleep. I definitely needed to nap. So immediately that was done. People asked me if I wanted to draft. I wanted to draft, but I was too tired. So went back to Tent City, had a nap, and then came back out and got 1 draft done. Of course, I drafted Betsy and went 0-2. So that wasn't great. Okay, so then I go back to the campsite. Olsen comes back, and then we start talking a bit. He shows me an Olympia deck. The reason I wanted to know a little bit about it also is because I'm comfortable playing Brute, I'm comfortable playing Guardian after doing 8 rounds with the sealed deck Betsy. But I don't really want to play Kasai. So I thought, like, let's have a look at Olympia. He's got a deck. Let's have a look. And it felt really good. I think then you came back.
Yep.
You also said you'd played with an Olympia deck that went pretty good.
Yeah, I just done a shotgun draft in Eugene C's hotel room.
Yeah.
And we all drafted a deck that we thought would win the pod. But mine was particularly going to win the pod, and I was on Olympia.
For me, I don't know if Olympia's going to win the pod, whatever. But I think I just wanted to be able to draft and play a Guardian. Oh, sorry, a Warrior.
Sure.
Because I just hadn't touched it.
What were you expecting to be heavily drafted?
Okay, so different people had different situations, right? Because I was in the first pod. We knew that we only had to win 2 games to make the top 8. Mm-hmm. There were other drafts happening where people had to 3-0 to qualify for the top 8. They had some bearing on other people's thought, not necessarily mine, because I'm always trying to win it. And yeah, like I said, I thought Kasai was the best deck by far.
Even in draft?
Yeah. Even more so in draft. I think we have very little idea because it was the world premiere as well. I think a lot of her power comes from just like, the what if, do they have the reaction or not? And then also she is unfatigable because she can block the overpowers. She has the attack reactions.
But surely Olympia has the same, right? I mean, Kasai's text just looks better on paper.
I think, I think if you're looking at those 2 heroes, you're going to think, why would I play Olympia?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see with this why you would play Olympia. In the top 8 draft, basically what happened was we had 4 people drafting Brute and 4 people drafting Warrior. Not a single person touched Guardian. The thing that also led to this is because when we played Sealed, I was the only one that was playing Guardian that was top tables. Later on there was a guy that managed to make the top 8 and he also played Betsy in Sealed. Other than that, it was just Kaio and Kasai's. Mm-hmm. So I thought if anyone was going to draft Guardian, it was me, and obviously like I wanted to do that. When I opened my first pack had up the ante, the Olympia specialization.
It's a pretty good one.
It's a great one. You know, my friend Lucas, he had 2 of these in Sealed, and he said they were very hard to resolve. I don't understand it. But yeah, basically if you have this and another blue, you just donk them. So I got this pick one. And I'm like, okay, not bad. I then got this.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nuts. Let's talk about Hot Streak for a little bit.
Yeah.
People are pretty up on this weapon. You up on this weapon?
It's really good into Guardian and Brute. Right. It is supremely average into Warrior. But when you're playing Warrior, your Centauri Sellsword's kind of average as well. It's not amazing. I don't think it's a bomb. I don't think there are actually many bombs in the set. They're just good quality cards. So I took this. So like then I'm looking at Warrior all day now. Yeah. My 4th pack was this. Very good card. I just take it, and then 4th pack, boom, headpiece. And at this stage I'm like, the value.
Yeah. I mean, this has some other text on it, but as far as I can see, it says Temper 2, which is +3 life.
Yeah, and
pretty good.
But actually, you're very wrong.
It has other text.
The text is very good.
It says, "Oh, you have to use Olympia," right?
Yeah, but the other text, the other text threatens wager.
Okay.
And then when you wager,
you get a gold.
You start tapping into Olympia's hero power.
Right.
So the thing is, you just block with 2, and then from then on, you're threatening a wager on an attack reaction.
Yeah. Pretty good.
So, yeah.
So you'd end up with 2 gold out of that exchange.
If you do the reaction, you've got to pay 1 for it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at this and I'm like, great, I'm just going to play Olympia. When I'm doing this, I also realise that not a single person's drafting Guardian. I think I'm going to start taking some Guardian cards just in case. Pick 5. As you say, maybe I'm flexing and maybe this is wrong, but I think Guardian's so open. I'm going to play Guardian, right? So I pick up a few cards. These are the cards I ended up that were Guardian cards. I can't remember what order that I took them in.
That's quite a few.
That is quite a few. And
so you got the read the Guardian was very open after you took a couple of them.
Yeah, and I was right because not a single person drafted it.
Yeah.
One mistake I did take was I took this card. This is Brute Guardian, not Warrior Guardian. Right. So don't make that mistake. Should read the card. You can't play it. Then I end up drafting a deck of Olympia. We'll see here. So I have...
Why did you decide... So, Warrior was pretty contested Guardian is obviously completely open.
Yeah.
Pack 2, what made you go back into Warrior?
I think like the Guardian cards I got, as we saw just now, they were kind of like okay Guardian cards. They were not amazing Guardian cards.
Yeah.
Look, I actually don't know what amazing Guardian cards look like, apart from the specs. But
You just played a 7-1 Betsy sealed deck. Surely you should know what amazing Guardian cards.
Yeah, but I don't think I really had amazing Guardian cards in them.
Me too.
Yeah.
So pack 2, pack 3, no massive changes of strategy. Is
Nah,
there
nah.
anything you prioritised instead of others? I think in this set, something that's really interesting to me is there are a lot of 3 for 7s, and they're really quite strong.
Yes, yeah.
So how highly you prioritise the 3 for 7s versus actually blues to play them with?
I did not value them that strongly, yeah.
Okay.
I probably didn't have a chance to value them strongly because I never really saw them.
The blues or the 3 for 7s?
No, the 3 for 7s.
Yeah.
Like people were just taking them. I got that one that we talked about in the first pack. Then I don't have any others actually. When you're doing limited, you are trying to draw into your hero power and your weapon as much as you can. So the cards that you're picking, like, should be the most synergistic ones. And I'm all about that synergy rather than the brute force of 3 for 7. I'm like, I hate when the game becomes just pure maths like that. Yeah, and good for me because other people are taking 3 for 7. Good for them. Yeah, I'm happy to do my things and get my extra bonuses. The underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. The payoffs for Olympia are cards that work when you've drawn. I do have another 3 for 7. I got a Wage Vigor Red.
Nice.
So these are the cards that will do payoff when you've drawn. So I looked to these. Rising Speed, Rising Energy. Yeah. So these are the payoffs for when you've drawn with gold. I ended up with 9 blues. So I took too many of those brute cards. I ended up having to play 2 baubles, which is sad because I had a 3-0 deck with 2 baubles in it, and maybe if I didn't have the 2 balls I would have 3-0'd. It's okay.
Sure.
I ended up with 9 blues, 2 yellows, and then my reds were these. Couple block cards, Stadium Centerpiece, gloves, and I had these. So my equipment again looking decent.
Yeah, nice.
Full suite. Yeah.
Oh, you drafted the oval. Did you play the oval or did you play 2 swords the whole time?
I drafted the oval and then I played 2 swords.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, so that's why I played 2 baubles because couldn't math it right.
The Beck and Applause, I guess that was kind of hotly contested if there were 4 warriors.
Yeah.
Did you take that quite early in a pack?
Yes, I took this quite early in the pack. So I knew that. So from my first drafts, I already had this right. So I'm like locked in pretty well. I think I got given this like very late in a pack. It's okay.
Sure.
I take it. I use it. I get one out of it as soon as I can. Begging Applause is good. You should try to get 2 and 1 from it. I had no shoes, and I knew that I needed agility. This is possibly one of the first pick 1, pack 1 cards in the set. And then pack 3, I opened them. You
rate it that highly?
This card's insane. Yeah, you need this because the proactive decks in the set are, very reliant on agility. And in fact, I got this card, and every single time my first turn, so turn 0 or turn 1, pop them. It's a tempo game. You use the agility and you get on top like ASAP. So my first round, I played Hayden on stream. I pitched a couple baubles. He did his brute thing on KO. I drew my up the ante, and then I killed him. not with it, but then afterwards I killed it. I'm feeling great. I've qualified for the top 8 now.
Yeah.
Because that was a 1 and in for us. In my second game, I played James from Invercargill's finest. Shout out. He was on Kasai. He had a really nice deck. It was a 1 and in for him. We played a very good game. Both of us had sort of middling turns the entire time. So it went to 2 apiece. I had full tempo. He just fully blocked out the last turn, drew up 4 cards, could only do 6. Did 6. He blocked 2 cards and he just killed me on an attack react. So that was sad. And then I played Dan Mackay in the last round. I beat him, I think I just got it up the ante. And then, did a couple like things. He was Kaio. Yeah, I probably just outvalued him by the end of it. So yeah, this was a deck. I was sad to not 3-0 with it. Like a lot of that is my fault because I got a little bit greedy with trying to stay open, I think. I was very happy with this, and I think that this deck is possibly better than the top 8 draft deck that I ended up with. Yeah.
So I'm really interested about the rising cards.
So the payoffs for using gold?
Pretty much, yeah. So a lot of people, I mean, if you don't open a great Olympia spec number 1 and then a great Olympia spec number 2, might be wondering why you would draft Olympia over Kasai, because Kasai's text just looks a little bit nicer. What do you use gold for? Is it just to turn on these cards? Is it just a filter? Is it worth it? How many points would you put a gold token at?
It really depends on the hero. Olympia makes gold easier than other heroes. You need the payoffs for gold. So gold is only worth as much as you're able to do with it, right? And like in these cards
like
we have
were enough.
This
one's very good.
Oh, these were better, right? 1 for 6.
1 for 6.
1 for 6 with if you're in agility, it's just 1 for 6 start the turn.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, I think I probably would have had a turn where I like had an agility, started with gold draw, did this 1 for 6, go again.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Then at that stage you've spent 1 card.
It's just hard to know how to block when you've got a gold token. That's what I found. Even if you've got Rising Energy and a blue, what's the card that you're going to draw? How are you going to make the most use out of it?
Again, like the philosophy of this limited set for me was, if you're blocking, you're losing. So you need to use all your cards. So like if I'm gonna attack in the turn and I'm gonna start with my gold, I don't want to be blocking at all.
Okay.
Like just keep it and draw and then see what you can do. The other thing which I didn't really have a lot of attack reacts, but if you're facing me down and I start with 1 for 6, go again, like I could react this to 12. You could just lose on the spot.
Right. Yeah.
So like there's value in having these. I'm going to clash better than Kasai because I have more attacks, like I should. I think with Olympia, he's only going to be better than Kasai if you have payoff for gold. It's mainly these that are payoff for gold. I got 3 red. I think it's pretty good actually. Yeah. The only payoffs for Olympia are these. Right, I had the spec, but I guess if you didn't have the spec, Kasai's the better hero in a vacuum.
All right, we'll call it there for this draft. All right, top 8. Hot damn.
Yeah,
so you go to the second draft. Has the top cut draft meta changed? Are you thinking about how the last round went?
Yeah, so obviously when you draft in a pod where there's an entire class and no one drafted, you're like, oh my god. And like the person that should be me. Of the 8 people in the top 8, 6 of them had already drafted in the same draft pod. The new people were Andrew from Melbourne, who 3-0'd with, I don't know what he 3-0'd with. And then Butcher, who 3-0'd on Fatigue Victor. Those are the 2 new people, and I was like, when Butcher came in, I was like, that's so unfortunate because I think that he's going to play Guardian again. So that takes away the 1 of 1 Guardian that I was hoping for, but at the same time, you can't let him get that.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to contest.
I'm looking to draft a deck that will win the pod. I'm looking to draft Guardian if I can get my hands on it. When I open my first packs, I get nothing. I get nothing valuable. I took a red Wage Might first. I think I got something like this. Next, like these were very, very bang average cards.
They're fine though. They're fine cards.
Yeah. But this is not gonna contribute to me winning the pod, I think. So then I think to myself, look, I need to put myself in a position to be able to do that. So I need to start, looking at what could happen, right? My next pack has another 3 for 7. I think a lot of people would take that. I took a red Test of Strength. This is a very key card for Victor because it's a block 4 and it generates gold on defense, which then allows you to draw and do all this stuff, right?
That's huge. So
yes.
You picked this specifically with Victor in mind.
I picked this because I wanted to win. And I picked this because Victor needs this and Victor has a chance to win the game. 4th pick, another Test of Strength.
Ooh, huge.
So now I'm looking like, okay, I'm Victor. And then I just draft value for the rest of the set, like good reds. I think I took a red bop, bigger than big, that I took. Offense is good. I took these next. These are good cards, right?
Yeah, sure.
I may take. I think I took one of these and stuff. I got these as well. No, I did not get these. I got these because I spent a high pick, like I said, to make sure that I have these against the Warriors.
Cool.
After pack 1, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is not going to win me the pot at all. Like, there are no payoffs for having Victor here. I'm going to draw gold and I'm going to card worth of value and great, but like, you know, that's not enough to win, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm thinking, okay, like, how can I win this? I probably have to start drafting some Betsy again.
Okay.
So the wage cards are important, etc., etc. So the table becomes 3 warrior, 3 brute. So all 3 Psy, 3 KO, and at this stage, Butcher is doing the exact thing I am. He's not committed to Betsy or Victor.
Right.
He opened bigger than big, like the Betsy specialization.
Oh.
He let it go, and someone else took it. We don't know who took it because I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. We start drafting the second round. It's okay again. I don't get anything great, and then midway through the second pack, I get given the Golden Sun, and when you're looking for a card to win the pod, this is definitely one of them. Butcher also saw this, he didn't take it. Darren also saw this, he didn't take it. So it got to me, and yeah, it's foil, it's LSS stamped. Like when I got it, there was almost like the background music, ta-da! like it was like the moment where I was like, okay, I have my why, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why would I play this deck?
Yeah.
It's because I have a Golden Sun. So then it became a Golden Sun deck. I think that the way to play this card, depending on who you're playing against, is to just trade down until you can do nothing else, and then you do it, and you just hope that 10 overpower is enough. Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. You're not letting it rip early.
No. And this card is very tricky because the timing of it, you obviously if it's like the last couple cards in your deck, that's great because that's perfect timing of when you want to do it and kill them. If you draw early, you have to pitch it and slow the game down a bit. If you draw it mid game, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. And in the final, I drew this mid game, unfortunately. Definitely after getting Golden Sun, I kind of took every blue that I could, unless it was a good red. So I think I have 13 blues. You're just playing to your last few cards, so you need to guarantee a blue when you're Golden Sun. You've got to be doing off a blue and a vigor. Mm-hmm. I had this, so as soon as I knew it was coming out, I was going to do this block 2, and then come in with the 11. So the blues are okay. None of them are that great. Mm-hmm. There are some anti-evasion cards like Reinforce and Rally. Two rallies and a reinforce. I actually considered playing in the final a bauble as well, even though that would take me to 36 cards, and it's because I had 2 reinforce, and with my strategy I'm going so deep, I'm going to get them to line up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was so scared that on stream I was going to clash and reveal a bauble and look like an idiot. So yeah, it didn't happen. It wouldn't have affected the game if I played the bauble, but yeah, I actually had the bauble sleeved up and ready to go.
Yeah, that's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah. Please do draft these anti-evasive blue cards. They will save you from dying. Hot tips. None of these blues are particularly great. There's a couple ones that synergize with the clashes and stuff, but yeah, you don't... Oh, I got one of these. I think I resolved it.
Nice.
I got 2 of these, yeah. The bops I resolved in the final, didn't like it. So that's 13 blues. Yellows and reds. Okay, so the good ones are the defensive ones because we're looking to go very late.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for the defensive ones. So we've got 4 blocks and a prevention, making a vigor. That's not great, the vigor bit. Some power reds. This is again good. This is good. I only had 1 red. 2 would have been nice. We may as well call that red. Yeah. Wage might, rising power. These are not great, eh?
Yeah.
Like
they'll chip away some points of life, but
yeah. So be it.
Yeah.
You know?
Made it work.
Yeah. A key card was I had to end up drafting one starting stake because if I'm going to golden sun someone, I need a gold. I need one guaranteed gold, and I have the 2 test of strengths that might make a gold. I have one yellow money where your mouth is, which might make a gold. I might reveal the golden sun. So I took a decent pick to take this. I wanted to know that I would actually have one. If your win con requires something and you have something that definitely gives it to you, you should do it, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And it blocks 3, you know.
Yeah.
Not a bad card.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think I took that over like a good red card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like maybe even like a wage maite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know. Yeah.
This is kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of drafting a moonshot deck in Max. You know, if you
something that you would know about.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No. But that's the thing. You'll be taking hyperdrivers over actually good cards because you're like, I have to get my win con off. This one is a bit more reliable than the moonshot, though. I think.
Yes. Yeah. Couple clash cards. Sorry, I had 2 of these, so that's right. You want some version of clash cards? I think I had 4. These obviously clash, but these and we need some blue clash. So I had 6 clashes. You know, if you watch the final, I only won one of them. But yeah, that's what you want to be doing.
Yeah. Were you ever using Victor's ability, trading a gold for a reroll on the clash?
Not unlimited, bro. Not unlimited.
No.
Not when you're. Not when
you
you're
were too certain around needing the gold for the golden sun.
Holy crap! To get you go through your whole life just wanting to get a piece of gold. Yeah. If you have 2 pieces of gold, you're very happy. My first round, I played Andrew on Kaio. He came at me exceptionally hot. He hit every single discard for wild ride. When I gave him full tempo, he had the cards to discard to make an agility token and get a might as well with Kaio. He got his high roll out of the Kaio. I think the life went down to like 6 or 7-1, and with the last 2 cards on my deck, I clashed with Vigor against a Kaio. Super dangerous, but it paid off. It made me a Vigor, and then I was able to keep 1 blue card and come in with Victor. I got him on 10 overpower. That was possibly the best game that I played. It took an hour. Like all the Aussies were watching that game from the back, like Sam was watching, and he was like, "Oh, Andrew's got this." And then when I came in for the 10 overpower, it was just ridiculous, eh?
That would have been a big reveal of the Golden Sun as well. Everyone in the pod would have heard about it after that. But that was the first big show. Yeah,
Brian was watching me from behind, and he was just like, "Holy crap, bro! That was like the most magical setup." And I was like, "Yeah." At that stage, I'm like on fire, eh? I'm just thinking I'm playing the best Flash fight of my life, and like I can do anything at this stage. In the semi, I replayed the guy from Invercargill, and he was again on Kasai. James, yep. James Shirley, there we go. It was a very normal game. I managed to get the upper hand. I think maybe he had some clunky hands early, and then he really, really came back into it late. I got the Golden Sun very early, so I pitched it, and then I counted it out. I knew it was in the 7th hand after I had pitched it. He managed to get his power cards probably, and he came right back at me. And then we had a judge call because I had Arsenal my starting stake very early on in that game, which takes your action point away. And then I managed to win a clash with Clash of Strength that makes a gold, and then I played this out, made a gold, and then drew, and then Arsenaled it. But what I don't know, and what no one else knew, is if you play this and you already have a gold, you don't make the gold. But yeah, like everyone missed it, and then I was playing on, and then the judges came over, so that's why we had the like quite a long judge break. But yeah, they ruled that because I had stacked it, we knew the correct order. So
the issue was when you made the gold token, Victor lets you draw a card.
Yes.
And you drew that card, Arsenal, and then drew 4.
Yes.
So you couldn't just put the cards back because you'd seen 5 cards.
Yes, but we did just put the 5 cards back, though, in the right order, because we had hitched second cycle.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. I think because the cards were new, I definitely got let off easier on that one.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, we had table judges, they both missed it as well. Then in the end, like, I got my Golden Sun, unfortunately, off that very hand. So that very hand, I had a card that made a gold, the block card that made the gold, then I drew Golden Sun and revealed it and stuff.
Oh, I see. So Golden Sun was the 5th card that you picked up?
Yes, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that is spicy.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate because, like, on stream that would have, like, looked great if it just had happened flush, but yeah, so be it. Yeah.
Hey,
cool.
Killing someone with a stamped foil Golden Sun in the semi-finals of a calling still looks great, even if it didn't happen, like, you know, perfectly on stream.
So then we get into the final, and then...
so this is against Darren, and you know he's on Kasai.
I know he's on Kasai. I've lost to him before, like in the round robin on Kasai. At this stage of the tournament, there are probably 2 Kasai decks. There's a Kasai deck that tries to kill you, that presents like maybe 34. That's what James was doing. Then there's also the Kasai deck that plays 40 cards that will just fatigue you. Darren played the 40. He presented 39 cards and had 2 pieces of equipment and 1 card he couldn't play.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. So I had 35 that I could play. Didn't play the bauble. And I opted to go first. On hindsight, maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should have gone second. But the final was very unfortunate for me. He got an exceptionally hot start, even playing every card, and I was just forced to block. And I lost some of my power cards, and the most important one I lost was my only red Guardian Aura. I still think maybe it was a mistake to block with it. If you're going to Golden Sun someone, you need that to win. That's the last act of the game. You get out Golden Sun and you hope it wins, right? So when you're playing the Warriors, they have the attack reactions that will prevent you from being able to actually deal a lot of breakthrough damage.
Because they can block the overpower with their attack reacts.
Yeah, that's right. So you need to chip them down as low as possible before you do it. And then when I played James in the center, I think I got him down to 3 before I sent it out. Because that's how sure you need to be, right? Against Darren, if I'm not resolving my reds, I can't get him that low.
Right.
Yeah, so...
It's an awkward one card to keep, though. Like, unless you've got an Arsenal spare.
Nah, my Arsenal wasn't spare.
So what do you even do? Just hold it and pass back?
Yeah, and that was my other option.
Yeah.
That was my other option. In hindsight, like I said, like, maybe that was a misplay on my part. It looks weird, but it might have been the right thing to do. But yeah, like, I was just clinging on for dear life for that game, honestly, I drew up with my last 4 cards, Golden Sun and the Arsenal. Because I drew it mid-game, I just had to Arsenal it. I couldn't cycle it again. He presented 7 or whatever, and I blocked 2 cards, went to 1, and then Golden Sunned him, and then just hoped. But yeah, he had the rally, that hand, and yeah, he went to 1, and then I lost. Yeah, so, yeah, the silver one. Couldn't quite get it done.
The silver one?
Yeah, because it came second, bro.
Oh, right. Not the Golden Sun.
Nah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's gutting, eh? That's so gutting.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Is that 5? No, 5.
Whew.
Cheers,
mate. I'd just like to thank the people who helped me this weekend. The members of Tent City, the members of the Piners. I really appreciate the people in Vietnam who supported me online and stuff as well. I haven't really had a chance to look at that. Some people from France as well. And yeah, I'll see everyone in Phuket. Maybe the Golden Sun will be the Golden One. Oh, dude, I forgot to thank TCG people.
We can edit it in.
Edit it in, yeah,
okay, go.
Oh yeah, and TCG Culture.
TCG Culture?
Yeah, best armory in New Zealand.
Hang on. TCG Culture. Alright.
Thank you, Lex.
Shot Lex.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright.